All right, you guys can hear me okay, right? Hey, I had a great time. I've seen a lot of familiar faces today. I mean, I don't know. I'm touched, you know. But anyway, Kate made me do this, so I got to do this. But anyway, coastal communities devastated by Hurricane Sandy will gather this Saturday. Well, I'm going to skip all of that because we already know that. It's a crime that Congress has failed to act 78 days after Superstorm Sandy in providing the desperately needed funding to jumpstart this recovery. People are suffering and lives are at stake. Funding for Katrina victims were passed 10 days after the storm. Why are we so different? After Hurricane Sandy slammed into the East Coast in October, millions of Americans affected. Swift federal government action would be taken. Yet the 112th Congress came and went without passing a comprehensive relief package. Originally, Governors Cuomo, Christie, and Malloy had asked for a combined $83 billion in aid, but only $60 billion was ever proposed as a relief package by Congress. The new 113th Congress passed an initial $9 billion to replenish the FEMA Food Relief Insurance Fund, but then adjourned without further action. Now the House is reported poised to hold a vote for Sandy disaster relief on the 15th of January, 78 days after the initial disaster. And the Senate will only get the bill a week later. Meanwhile, I don't have my glasses. The prospects for robust disaster relief is not certain. Hurdles and challenges remain. Even if Congress passes the anticipated package of $51 billion in aid, it is far short of the original governor's combined request, and it could take months, even years or more, to deliver the funding on a local level. Sandy-impacted communities are concerned they are being forgotten. Neighborhood towns and whole counties along the New York and New Jersey coast will bear the scars of the shattered homes and shattered businesses. While much of the disaster's impact is immediately obvious, with swaths of communities washed away or burned to the ground, other aspects of the disaster are not readily apparent. Gutted and mold-ridden homes conceal their damage on the inside. Emptied savings accounts, bankruptcies, and unemployment can be seen from a casual street view. It is like these neighborhoods are suffering from a kidney punch. There is a terrible amount of internal hemorrhaging. A relief bill life-saving these communities will, I screwed that up. Much needed community development block grants could stabilize local economies and save jobs and households. Shorelines are dangerously compromised in the face of future storms. Billions in promised aid could directly lead to smart rebuilding, sand replenishment, and food mitigation projects. Sorry about that. In the long run, once the day of action passes, Walk a Mile in Our Shoes will lead to a program of Walk a Mile ambassadors from each of the Sandy-affected areas. These volunteers have offered to guide future visits by leaders from government, volunteer agencies, or businesses who wish to see for themselves the damage that Sandy wrought and to understand how best to direct aid where it's needed the most. Volunteer recruitment will occur each community walk. Anyway, to learn more about this, you go to the Walk a Mile in Our Shoes Sandy Recovery events, www.facebook.com/Sandy Walk a Mile. Links for additional information for community events is provided. Everybody's got one of these, right? And that's it. So anyway, we need the money. You know, I don't know who's here today. We got the Independent here. You got the Iceberg Park Press. You know, take a look around, man. We need money for this town. I grew up in this town. I love this town. I love everybody out here. Let's get some dough. All right? I love you all. You guys are great. I'm having a good time. Let's go out and have a couple beers. What do you say? Let's go to Jackie's. It's the only bar left in town.